go.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of our Masters Dynasty Spotlight Series. We're talking running back Javonte Williams. Almost forgot who we were talking about, but not because Javonte Williams, because we love this guy. We've got a video out there from months ago, us talking about Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
We liked him a lot.
Oh, yeah.
One of the
my
things,
favorites.
one of the things I love about him is he's young, just turned 21 years old as well, which is exactly what we said about Elijah Moore. He's got a late April birthday. You know, Najee Harris already over 23 years old. ETN not quite that old, but not as young as Javonte. So I kind of felt like Javonte was the youngest bell cow type running back in this class.
Yeah.
I kind of expected him to get. I don't want to say that. I mean, it's tough. Where I expect he had a wide range of possibilities. I almost said I expected him to get picked before Najee, but Najee was too good.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I thought if Miami would have taken Javonte Williams in the late first round, that would have been a sweet spot. But yeah, or if he would have landed in Pittsburgh instead of Najee, I think there'd be a ton of Javonte Williams hype.
Oh, gosh,
but,
yeah.
So he goes to Denver, pick 35, third pick of the second round, still extremely high for a running back. I mean, it reminds me a lot of a certain situation, but I'm going to kick it over to the doc first, let him dive in. We'll see if he says what I'm thinking. But
Well, I don't know what you're thinking, so I probably won't. But,
nice.
I mean, yeah, Javonte Williams, if you go back and watch our first video, like Al said, loved him. One of my favorite players in the draft. Just really fun to watch. Overall, just a great skill set. He can do it all. I always love that when a guy can do every aspect of being a running back. I mean, that's especially great for fantasy because I know he's going to get those goal line touches as well as get plenty of targets as well. For those that maybe aren't even excited about Denver, I know Melvin Gordon's there for now. I don't expect that to last very long. But Melvin Gordon finished, I think, 12th last year in running backs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that Denver offense is, I mean, it's had its ups and downs, but, I mean.
And Philip Lindsay was even there when
yeah. So, I mean, the offense is capable of producing a top 12 running back. And I like Javonte Williams at this stage in his career a lot better than Melvin Gordon a year ago. So, I mean, keeping all that in mind, I mean, it's a great opportunity for Javonte Williams, a great landing spot, and I think they're going to utilize him very well. Just all throughout their offense, he's going to get a lot of catches. I think he's going to get the goal line carries. I think he's going to force Melvin Gordon basically out of Denver. And, yeah, it's very exciting because, again, he's kind of seen as like a tier below the guys like Najee and ETN, whereas he very well could be the best of the three.
Yeah, especially in Dynasty,
Yeah.
So, yeah, kind of what I was alluding to is it reminds me of a certain situation. You know, talking running back gets drafted very top of the second round, but there's an existing veteran in front of him that kind of shelters his value for, you know, startup drafts and all that.
Right.
And that was here in Cleveland when we took Nick Chubb and Carlos. I mean, people thought, oh, Carlos Hyde is going to, like, it's like, come on now. I mean, Carlos Hyde was gone before the end of the year, easily became the Nick Chubb show. I think it's going to be a similar situation. I no joke, legitimately had a dream last night. This doesn't even make sense. It just shows how weirdly into this stuff we are. Like, I was refreshing my Twitter in my dream, and I was like, oh, Melvin Gordon got cut. Okay. Like, and then I woke up. I was like, that didn't actually happen. But like, it could happen any day, and we wouldn't even be surprised.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the fact that I just randomly had a dream about that last night, I just thought was wild. It has not happened yet, but it very easily could any day. And the second that happens, Javonte Williams' ADP is going to fly right up. And the point is, don't let Melvin Gordon scare you. Melvin Gordon's not going to be there for a while. Just get Javonte Williams now at a little bit of a discount because of Melvin Gordon's presence, because this guy's the future of Denver's backfield. So get him now. Get him while he's cheap. All that being said, rookie draft in July, I see myself taking a mid-first.
Yeah.
I do think Najee and ETN I would still take over them because I'm a sucker for the hype of those two too. But
I think, realistically, he probably should be a lock in the top 5, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
I'm going to say he's the lock for the top 6, most likely between 4 and 6 for me. In my
I think that's fair.
Opinion.
I don't think anyone, I mean, you might see some, but I can't see people drafting him over, Najee or Etienne.
Right.
Just with it's just a more clear path to a starting role as a rookie, and that always makes a difference when people are drafting. But I'm telling you, this is a guy that he's worth, using that high pick, even if he doesn't start from the get-go, because like Alex said, I mean, they took him at the top of the second round. Is Melvin Gordon good still? Sure. Is he what he used to be? Absolutely not. Is he worth cutting by Denver? Yeah, probably. And I think that's realistically what's going to happen. I don't know when. It could be similar to the Browns, who held on to Hyde for a little bit, and then Chubb was just undeniable. So they got rid of Hyde. Chubb just took the load there. And then same goes for Javonte Williams. I could see a very similar situation happening there, where Gordon just eventually, it's undeniable that Javonte Williams is the future, and he just kind of pushes Gordon out. So I think you got to keep all that in mind. Even though he might not start from the get-go, it's something you keep in mind, and he's worth a top 5 pick. I think he should be a lock there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now
I know I'd take him that high.
So this is the point in the show where we kind of try and do, dynasty startup drafts, like which veteran, compare them to veterans and stuff. Got any names popping in your mind where it gets close for you?
I kind of want to go to last year, because that's what we did with Najee and Etienne. Yep. So I know, obviously, I know the guys that you would take over him. Mm-hmm. So I'll ask you the ones that I think would be tough for you.
Yeah.
We'll start with DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go there. Obviously, if you guys listen to a lot of our shows, we're not as high on DeAndre Swift as a lot.
To no fault of his own, but that's how it is.
I was going to say, it's not even his fault. But, all right, I'm going to go out and say it. I'd rather have Javonte Williams.
Ooh, I like that.
And I think, obviously, the ADPs.
Dynasty ADP is probably not even close.
Would say nobody would agree, because DeAndre Swift's going late first round of Dynasty startups, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. And Javonte Williams would probably go in the 5th round of a startup, if that even. But yeah, and I guess especially at the value, give me Javonte Williams in the 5th round of a startup, well over DeAndre Swift in the 1st round. But yeah.
Antonio Gibson.
Ooh, that one's a little. Man. Woo!
This is why I'm asking the question, so I don't have to answer.
Screw it. I'll say Javonte Williams again. I love Antonio Gibson, but if I'm going to take him over DeAndre Swift, I guess I got to take him over Antonio Gibson too.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I think I know what you're going to say on this one, but Cam Akers. I got to ask.
Yeah, I got to go Cam Akers.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I kind of.
What about you? Yeah, so those same 2 people.
I think I would take him over Swift.
Yeah.
And again, ADPs aren't even close.
Yeah, right. So we sound like idiots even saying that. If you are into the ADPs, you're like, what are these morons talking about? But it's just a gut feeling where we're at, mainly because of the situation in Detroit.
I think since I like him so much, I would take him over. I'd take him over Gibson probably.
I'm just glad you agree with me. So if we get some comments of people like,
I really do like Gibson
I'm glad
too.
I'm not the only one. Right, yeah.
And I actually think Gibson's going to keep getting better and better. But I think Javonte Williams is one of those guys. If you watch the video when we initially talked, he was one of my favorite players in this draft. So I'm going to have a little bit of bias there too, sure. I don't think I'd take him over Akers. That situation is just too good.
Yeah.
But overall, I think the fact that he's going probably 4th, 5th round in a fresh Dynasty startup is tremendous value. He's a guy I'd be all over in a fresh startup, just because, this is a guy that's probably going to be starting for the next 5-6 years in a relatively good running back situation too. Yeah. Again, as we saw from Melvin Gordon's numbers a year ago.
Sure.
So, even though we take him over these guys, he's being drafted way lower. So it's a great opportunity to get a guy like Javonte Williams. Maybe you hit wide receiver early.
Yeah, love it.
And then you could scoop a stud in the 5th round.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think that's all I got on Javonte Williams. One of my favorites in the draft. Excited to see how he does this year.
Yep.
And as always, mastersfantasyfootballleagues.com. Sign up for a Dynasty League. Sign up for a redraft league. We've got them all. It's the best place to play fantasy football.
Don't forget to adopt an orphan.
Yeah, we've got plenty of
orphans out
leagues.
There. Yep.
First, the previous owner paid your deposit, so it's like you're getting a half off Dynasty team. You gotta love that. It's a great place to play Dynasty. Get your feet wet with it if you've never played.
Kind of like rescuing a dog. We talked about that. Rescuing
adopt,
a dog.
don't shop.
Right, exactly. There's plenty of teams out there who just want a home. These are good teams. They don't deserve to be orphans. Just come adopt them, make them yours. You can make as many trades with them as you want.
Absolutely,
make them yours.
You get one of those orphan leagues, and then you just flip them and make them into a powerhouse.
They're gonna love you just the same as a new league. But join a new league too.
Yeah, join a new league too. Then you get all your guys. Then boom, perfect situation. But anyways, the place to play. Come join that Masters family with us, and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening.